Hey everybody, welcome back to our podcast, My Bestie and Me. Yeah, we're in the thick of it today, Hannah, aren't we?
Into the thick of it. Wait, isn't that a song?
Yeah, I think it's
What's it from?
a kid song. Bubble Guppies or something?
No.
Into the thick of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Into the thick of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
Bubble Guppies. Cool.
I don't know if it's actually Bubble Guppies. I've never actually seen the episode. Man, oh man. So we still don't have episode 5 up.
Backyardigans.
Oh, Backyardigans.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never watched that show a time in my life, ever. I've also never watched Bubble Guppies.
Okay.
Or I guess I should say my kids have never watched that.
Backyardigans. Well, the Backyardigans is very old.
Oh.
That is old. That's like, I think when my little brother was watching cartoons was Backyardigans.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
That's weird that I wouldn't know what it is then.
I don't know.
Or like at least see it in passing. I have nieces and nephews.
Yeah. They're
Weird.
cute. I liked that one. So, how's your week been?
Well, it's Monday.
It's Monday.
So
I went to a comedy show last night. Who does that to people on a Sunday night?
Yeah, that's so rude.
So rude.
But was it incredible? Matt Rife.
Yeah. It was very good. Had a meet and greet afterwards.
How much time did you get to spend with him?
I mean, if you were able to sit there and like carry on a conversation, like I don't think they were like, "Hey, move on."
Hannah was not able to carry on a conversation.
It wasn't even that. The oversharing started.
Oh, good.
Like, we were talking. We talked about kids, and I told him that I had 3 kids and that I had a set of twins. He was like, "Oh, damn." And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You must have a lot of laundry." And I said, "Oh, yeah, I do." He goes, "Yeah, you probably spend your whole life doing laundry." And I was like, "I mean, kinda." He was like, "Oh, really?" I go, "Yeah, like, it's all clean. It's just in piles on the floor." Did he need to know that about my life? No. So he goes, "So basically you're like a hoarder?" And I was like, "Sure."
You're just like, "Hello, comedian. Let me give you your ammunition."
Basically. So if there's a story about a hoarding mom that lives her life, picking up laundry off the floor and putting it on her kids and herself, it's me. Hi.
Perfect. I love that for you.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. No, it was really good. He's very muscular.
Yeah. He's such a small man, but
no, he is taller than you think. He was way taller than me. Literally thought
how tall is he compared to your husband?
My Matt probably has 2 inches on him.
Okay, maybe. So he's like at least 6 foot.
He is at least 6 foot. Yeah. I thought he was my height, basically. I thought I was going to walk up to somebody who was going to be the same height as me. And I was like, "Oh, hello."
Yeah, that's so weird because when you see him on stage, he definitely does look...
He looks short. He looks short. In person, watching him on stage, he looks short. But then you walk up to him, you're like, "Oh, you're not short. That's interesting."
You get closer and you're like, "Oh."
Does he give off small man vibes? Is that the problem?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Weird. But it was a good show?
Yeah. Good show.
Have you heard?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't do like jokes like normal, does he?
So
like, is his whole shtick just making fun of the crowd?
Well, that's the thing that I was like, I wonder, because obviously he has gained a lot more traction. So like his venues are getting way bigger. So I was wondering like how that was going to play out. But honestly, you're only like watching clips of his stuff, So like he had like a spiel, but like people interacted with him a lot through it, and then he would rabbit trail with them.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if
That's
he
how
has like an actual set
it
and then he
Yeah.
just also does that, or if it's just
Yeah.
like, let's just see what the crowd is saying to me and then I'll roll with it.
Yeah. Yeah, he basically, like, he'll have it, but then, like, as soon as somebody's like, "Bleh," you know, and he's like, "Wait,
He
what was
goes with
that?"
it.
And
Yeah,
then he goes with it. Yeah.
that's
So,
awesome.
there was not, like, a ton of that because obviously we were at a very large venue, so it's not like he could even, like, really see the people who was, like, yelling out to him. It was like,
Yeah,
"Huh?" But yeah. So,
gotcha.
yeah, it was fun.
That's fun.
I feel like I've gone to a lot of comedy shows as of late.
Have you? I've never been to
Yeah.
any.
What?
No, not one.
Really? Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, I've been to a lot.
Oh, that's
Some
not true. I'm totally lying. For one, you and I went to Dane Cook
Oh, we
together,
went to Dane Cook together. Meh.
and then I went with Ryan to see Dane Cook when we lived in North Carolina. So I've seen Dane Cook twice, but he's the
Yeah,
only person that I've gone to
but
see.
question, so when you and I saw him, he was, like, at the peak of his, like, stardom. So that was, like, a huge stadium tour? What?
That's not true. That was when he was, like, in the deep of his depression when everybody started hating him, and then he completely went
Okay,
away
but
from the
still.
world.
Yes, but he was still very popular at that point.
Okay,
Like, he had a sold out stadium. So
sure.
you seeing him that many years later, what was the size of the crowd?
It
Was
was
it
a smaller
small?
theater.
Okay.
Like,
But it was still
we
like a theater.
Yeah, it was still a theater, there were still a lot
Oh,
of people there,
okay.
and I was pretty intoxicated, so I can't even really
Yeah.
tell you what that theater looked like.
I can't even believe that I am here right now.
I appreciate you taking the time out of your struggle bus
Like,
day.
okay, but here's the thing. Sister did not pace herself in the right way. So
Mm.
like I was trashed before it started. So then they started late. So like I don't even think Matt Rife got out there till like 9. And so like there was 2 comedians before him. First comedian comes up, I was like,
Not funny, or you were just gone?
no, pass out, pass out.
Okay.
I mean, I was in and out of consciousness. Um, my friend had different seats because it was just selling out so fast.
Yeah.
So she was up further, right? And she texts me. She goes, "I have a friend of mine that is sitting behind you, and she says you keep falling asleep, and you need to snap out of it." And I was like, "Wow, narc
You should just
much."
turn around and be like, tattletale much.
Yeah, seriously. The second comedian I tried to, get myself up for, right? And then
Yeah.
when Matt Rife came out, like they play like really loud, like, "Yeah, here it comes," and music and stuff. So I was just like,
Wide awake.
it was yeah. And Matt was like next to me, my husband Matt. He kept like leaning down and he goes, "You're not laughing." And I was like, "I'm laughing so hard in my head." And he was like, "But you're not laughing out loud." I was like, "I don't at this point, I don't know how to project anything." He was just like, "You realize you have to meet him in a little while." And I was like, "I know. I don't know what's gonna happen."
Oh, man.
And I
That's
embarrassed
very
myself.
funny.
There we go. It's fine.
It's alright.
Mom's night out. He knows. Like, yeah. Like even the comedians like before him, they were like, "I'm sure like 95% of this room is female. So hi. Hi, ladies."
Hello,
And then he goes,
ladies.
"I just gotta let you guys all know this now. He's not gonna sleep with you." Everyone's like, "Aw."
Oh man.
Uh,
That's so funny. I think, I mean, I had seen his videos on TikTok and stuff.
mhm.
And I mean, like, he's funny, but at first it was like not really my kind of comedy. Like, because it's just roasting. The clips that you see is just him roasting people.
Sorry, there
Did
was
you
a
get it?
hair in my mouth. Yep, got it.
And then you mentioned him, and then Leah mentioned him to me and like told me how funny she thinks he is. And I was like, yeah, but he looks like he's 12. Like he is a baby face little boy.
Yeah.
And I stand by that. Yeah, that's a baby.
Yeah. But then he dated Kate Beckinsale, who was like almost our mom's age.
Oh, I did see a clip of him on somebody else's, like another comedian's podcast, and they were making fun of him for always dating women who were like twice his age.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I do that. I'm like,
I mean,
okay, good for them.
You know, it's funny. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, it looks so cliche because it's not like he's like a young guy, but he like looks older, you know, like he literally looks like they're dating their pool boy.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. That cliche.
I'm like, grow a beard, dude. Grow a beard.
Yeah. Seriously.
So I don't know what that would look like. What?
I'm switching gears because I just had this thought that I thought about when my husband was here for lunch just a minute ago. I want so badly for us to get those tattoos. You mentioned it in our last episode, and I want it so badly. I don't have a job, so I can't fiscally afford that right now.
Fiscally, God, you sound like an adult.
I know, right? I don't even know if I use that in the right context, but it sounds smart, so I'm gonna keep it. Anyways,
fiscal.
But I think, did we ever decide on like a design?
I think I don't know. I know we wanted to praise
how cute it would be, like right here on my arm, and you could put it wherever you want, but on my arm, and then have it be like
I'm putting it.
2 hands, black and white hands, but then a red heart in the middle, like they're holding a little red heart. And then we can either write words also, or just have it be that, and then we can explain to people what it means.
Yeah.
Isn't that so cute?
That's cute.
I was like, I would love to have that, like somewhere I can always see it. And I don't have any tattoos with color.
Yeah.
So I would love to have something that has even just a little bit of color.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. So like, y'all, we've been talking about this tattoo since you moved away.
Yeah, for like over 10 years.
We were going to get this because she was moving away. And the quote is, I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. So like she was going to have one half and I was going to have the other half. And then we just never did.
Yeah. And then maybe we could like try to make the hands a heart because it's I carry it in my heart. So then we have the hands being a shape of a heart with a heart inside. Smart.
So smart.
I'm so creative. Wow. Anyways, yeah, I had to tell you that because I didn't want to forget. And I don't know what conversation Matt Rife had to do with me remembering about a tattoo.
Literally, that was a full-blown rabbit trail.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's okay.
Another thing that I would really love to do on the podcast today, and I'm going to do it right now unless you object, but I want to read you this Am I the Asshole story?
Okay.
Because it is
epic.
Crazy.
Okay. But like, am I going to agree with the person and be like, oh, great, I am the asshole?
I doubt it. If you do, we might have a problem.
Okay.
Okay, so let me pull it up. I'm going to put it up in a different window so I can still see your face. Okay. All right. The title is, Am I the Asshole for telling my fiance my daughter has to be in our wedding? I, 45 male, have a daughter, P, from a previous relationship. I divorced my ex-wife on good terms, and we have share 50-50 custody of P. She is now 11. After I divorced my ex-wife, I met my now fiance, S. S and my daughter got along very well. After 5 years in my relationship with S, I proposed. S was super excited and wanted to start planning right away. She looked at venues and started asking her friends to be her bridesmaids. She then told me she wanted her niece to be a flower girl, which I had no problem with, but I said I also wanted P to be a flower girl. S looked at me funny and then said she didn't think that P would fit the part. I got angry and told S that my daughter would be in our wedding. S started to become upset and said that the girls in the wedding were up to her and P wouldn't be one of them. I told S that if P wasn't in the wedding, then there might not be a wedding. I stormed out and took P to get ice cream. P knows we are getting married and told me she thinks she will look pretty in whatever dress S decides she should wear. This broke my heart and I decided to text S. I told her I would be staying at a friend's to think this over. My mother-in-law texted me saying that I overreacted and my daughter doesn't have to be in my wedding, and I was an ass for saying that I would cancel. So, did I take it too far for saying I will cancel? Am I overreacting or just being a good dad? Edit. Thank you everyone for the comments and suggestions. I will post an update in the near future. And we have an update. So,
oh no.
Update.
Okay, in my brain,
yeah,
I think 11 is too old to be a flower girl.
okay,
But I would incorporate her in some other part.
yes.
If said fiance doesn't want her to be one of her girls, then she could be on the dad's side.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's my brain. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I'm ready.
So just from that, is he the asshole? No.
I mean, not yet. But I feel like he's gonna do.
Yeah, okay.
Is he gonna do something?
So here's the update. It gets wild. Watch out. Okay.
Oh no.
Hey Reddit. Thanks everyone for all the kind words and suggestions. To answer a few questions, my daughter is not disabled, chubby, or having an awkward phase like braces or glasses. I did ask if P could be a groomsman. S immediately shot me down. S is 39. She's the same race as my daughter. This is her first marriage. I tried to answer as many comments as possible. I came home to talk to S today. When I pulled in our driveway,
I have so many thoughts already.
I know. Okay.
Why does any of that matter? Why does her race or what she looks like matter?
I have no idea. And I'm assuming that his daughter and his fiance are not the same race as him, because otherwise, to your point, why would you even bring that up?
Why would you ask those questions?
Unless maybe some people, I didn't read any of the comments, but maybe some people were like asking about that, like if his daughter was another race.
Yeah, but like, I'm confused. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so I came home to talk to S today. When I pulled in our driveway, my mother-in-law was sitting there in her car. I got out and went inside, trying to avoid talking to mother-in-law. Mm-hmm. S was sitting at the kitchen table, and I joined her. She sat in silence, so I asked the first question. Why does P not fit the part? And why don't you want her in the wedding at all? Her answer full-on shocked me. She quietly said, I was hoping that after the wedding, you could become a holiday visit only dad. I didn't want her in the wedding so she wouldn't be in the photos around the house since she wasn't going to be around much. I kept my cool, calmly took her hand, and pulled my engagement ring off. Her eyes started to tear up. She said we shouldn't end the marriage over this and that she can change. I told her the damage was already done. I told her I wanted her things moved out by next week and that she could come get them when my daughter wasn't home. The house is in my name and I paid for it. I was allowing her to get her furniture that she paid for. She stormed out and mother-in-law came knocking on the door saying I was being unreasonable. I couldn't imagine only seeing my daughter 3 or 4 times a year. The fact that
Evil stepmommy.
Dude, literally. I couldn't imagine only seeing my daughter 3 or 4 times a year. The fact that S wanted me to give up part of my custody blew me away. I'm sitting on my couch just in shock. Our honeymoon was supposed to be in Hawaii. Looks like me and P will be going instead. I will update again if anything happens.
Wow. Well, what a good dad.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Yep. They were together for 5 years before he even proposed.
Like, that is... Okay, So I don't know how, like, that kind of stuff hadn't been, like, shown in their relationship until the wedding stuff happened.
Right.
Um, that's like friggin' Parent Trap shit. Like, we're
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, as soon as we're married, we're sending off to boarding school." You
No,
know,
it's like literally that, because even
I
in the
don't.
Parent Trap movies, the evil stepmother is pretending like everything's gonna be fine, but she has that
Yeah.
secret plan.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you take your baby to Hawaii.
Also, the whole
Yeah,
I grabbed
Felicia.
her hand gently and then just took the ring off of it,
Heck yeah.
that was amazing. When I first heard the story, I was like,
Yeah.
"Yes, sir," and then reading it, like, with my own
Yeah.
eyes makes it even better.
That was the turn that I was sorry. That was the turn I was not expecting. Like, I thought it was gonna be him being something.
Yeah,
Did not expect that. But you know what? What is not uncommon is in a relationship, whether it's the female or the male, especially when they're coming together and there's kids from the other marriages, they like want to pretend, especially when the couple has their own baby together, that like the past life didn't happen.
yeah.
And I think that is awful. I have known people who have done that,
Mhm.
where basically they're just kind of like, have like this mentality that they're starting over. This is their new family, and to heck with their previous
Right.
kids.
Out with the
Like,
old, in with the
I knew
new.
I knew somebody who legit was like that about their own child. Their own child, like the female was like that. Like she would
Jeez.
just rather them be with their dad because she had a new baby with her new boyfriend. Like,
Low key, I feel like I know somebody just like that, but we won't name names. But
yeah, that's awful. That
dude,
is heartbreaking.
can you imagine
Absolutely
too, like,
heartbreaking.
being the 11-year-old girl? For one, like, she wasn't home when they had this big argument.
I bet he never really this just listening to how, like, he was talking about the situation, I feel like he probably will never really tell her that's how it felt how she felt about her. He probably is like, "It just didn't work out," you know, like,
Yeah,
I bet he, like, keeps her from that so she doesn't feel that rejection,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah. I hope
Because
so,
I'm
at least.
sure being together for that many years, that little girl obviously has to love that person, you know, she's been part of her life. Sad.
Yeah,
Sad. Yeah.
yeah.
I I was ready to fight just hearing I was waiting for the mother-in-law to, like, jump in and, like, start some drama. I was ready to fight.
Mhm, like
I'd be like, "No, get out of here."
oh, man. Yeah, there are so many stories, like, in the AITA, like,
Oh, yeah.
Reddit,
Mhm.
pages of, like, the step-parent or stepkids, like, the
Yeah.
blended family situations,
Yep.
and, that obviously hits home for me, but I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't understand people's thought processes.
No. Well, like, you just, like you jumped in, and you were another parent to Drew.
Right, and
And,
I
like
wouldn't have accepted it any differently. Like, if
yeah.
Ryan ever would have told me, like, "I don't really want you to act like a mom to him," then I would have been like, "Cool, then I'm out."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be this weird fixture in
Yeah.
his life, but then, like, not
You're
treat
not gonna
him
be
like he's
married you're
mine.
not gonna be married to his dad and have him call you Auntie Nikki.
Right, or just
Yeah.
Nikki. But I guess there's a lot of step-parents that just get called their actual names, which is fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I was just like, I'm not
Well,
gonna
I love that
be.
he calls you Mama Dose,
Yeah,
you know, like, that's cute.
yeah,
And, you know, it's hard too because, you know, you do have such a different relationship with him as far as the fact that, like, he is such a huge age difference from the littles
yeah,
too. Like, where he's kind of at that age where yes, he's your stepson, but he's also kinda your buddy
yeah,
too, you know,
yeah,
because he is how old is he now?
15.
15. Like, and then you've got littles,
Right,
you know?
yeah,
So it's like, but I mean, you've been around him since he was a little, you
mhm,
know? So,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
odd
crazy,
things. It's crazy,
crazy.
but
But, yeah, if
and I still can't
anybody
believe that.
what?
I still can't believe he's that old.
I know, it's crazy. But if any of our listeners want more AITA stories, let me know because I'm obsessed with them.
I love them.
And I would absolutely love to have that be something we do every time. So in the comments, let us know.
Those are good. Those are good. Also, you can comment on your thoughts on each story because
I
have so many, but I was being like PG rated.
Yeah.
My brain went straight to R. Or, maybe the, what is it? The MA, mature audiences only kind of thing. Because, man, I was ready to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So what day did Leah leave?
She left on Monday.
So it was like a very hi-bye trip.
Yeah, like a long weekend, basically.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah.
I get to see you soon.
I know. Okay, so the week leading up to vacation always stresses me out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because I'm like, what do I need to make sure that I have? Because kids on planes.
Yeah.
This time around, I'm actually very nervous because Ezra.
Oh, yeah.
He is a tornado.
Yeah.
Like, sitting still is not a thing he does well.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of all of the things I can possibly have with me to keep him entertained. And I just don't think there's enough items. So I guess pray for me. And we have to wake up super early. Our flight leaves at like 7 a.m. So, yeah.
I mean,
And like, is it super gross to have kids lay down on an airplane floor? It totally is.
I mean,
Like, lay a blanket down.
Yeah.
Lay a blanket down.
He is still a lap infant, right? You haven't had to pay for him? That's nice.
We barely made that cutoff because he's almost 2.
There are really cool contraptions now where you can put this thing on your airplane seat that turns it into a bed for a kid. But I'm I think some of them you have to sit there and blow it up, and I'm like, that's just
nobody
too much.
got time.
No. But yeah, they make really cool I last time when I flew, I Amazoned my life away, just airplane things for kids, and it was just I had 5-point harnesses for the twins because those little boys
bust out.
I need to lock them down. And Matt was like, these are unnecessary. And I was like, no, they're not. So the first 15 minutes, right? They kept unbuckling. We're in the middle of takeoff. Unbuckle, unbuckle, unbuckle. And I look over at my husband and I go, unnecessary? He goes, hook them up. Hook them up.
Do it.
Yeah. And it was actually kind of funny because so I had to wrap around the back of the seat. And so I talked to my neighbors. Hi, I'm going to put this around. I'll make sure it doesn't impede your tray and all of that stuff. I go, but you're going to want me to put this on. And they're like, oh, okay. I was like, you're going to want this. And they're like, okay. So I'm locking up the kids, and one of them stood up and looked over the seat, and he was like, those are great. Yeah. Lock them up. And the kids are like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're fine.
I know. I'm trying not to spend $1 million because I know they have so many things like that. Yeah. But I'm like,
have you broken down and got them a tablet at least Grady?
So yes and no. I did not buy it, but my father bought it for the 4-year-old.
Dude.
So he has one. And I ordered headphones for the both of them because Grady had broken his before.
Yeah.
And I did a splitter, an aux splitter, so that we could put a show on. It's a leapfrog thing, so it's not like a tablet. It's like a leapfrog thing, so it has lots of games, but it also has a couple of leapfrog shows.
Okay.
So regardless, it'll still be entertaining, at least for Grady.
My kids, they'll have Kindle Fires, and what I do with those is I always try to make sure they're charged, and those are my doctor appointments, traveling, like, and I really feel like because I limit them so much, they're always exciting.
Yeah.
Like, and so like they work.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm like, hey, mom has a doctor appointment. They're like, no. I'm like, I charged your tablets. They're like, yeah, let's go. You know, getting them away from them afterwards. That's
There's the
hard.
meltdown. Yep.
But the meltdown ain't happening during my pap.
Right. Yeah. I think,
So.
sorry, I thought there was a kid coming down. I don't even know what I was going to say. Oh, Grady will for sure be fine. He'll be easy to entertain and whatever. It's Ezra that I am concerned about. Because even with a tablet and like a movie or anything like
He's at
that,
the age that his attention span is like,
yeah, it's like 30 seconds.
yeah, he was like, ooh, that's cool. I'm done.
Next. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just like in general, having to sit is not his cup of tea. Like he would rather stand.
Yeah.
Or run around, ideally. So
well, just wait. Maybe he's changed in that aspect of like Lucas was crazy all the time. We would get him on a plane, and between like the pressure, the rumble of the plane or whatever, like he would just pass the heck out the whole time.
Well, that would be lovely.
Okay. I'm like, done.
You can send up all of the prayers for that to happen. Yeah. Ryan was like, can we just give him a bunch of melatonin? I was like, no. Oh gosh. It's so difficult funny. Because you hear our parents talk about how they would absolutely drug us up for like things like this, long car drives. That's
also like my parents' generation, maybe not so much, but like grandparents. So it's like, give them whiskey.
Yeah, like and that's I'm no like, big deal.
Kidding me? Like I have melatonin for certain instances, you know, like if we're out of town and they have somebody like staying with them and stuff, I'm like, hey, especially for the first night, this might help them settle and sleep kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like my kids, I've never ever tried Benadryl, and I think it would go the other way with my children.
Yeah.
They would turn into wired psychopaths.
Yeah. I've only ever given Grady melatonin when he's sick.
Yeah.
Just to help him sleep off whatever he's got going. Yeah. And I still don't even think it really works. So
yeah. I think it calms them. I don't think it's like this is going to make you pass out.
Right. But like if I could get a prescription for sleeping medication for my children for the plane, I would do that.
You're like, okay, you could go to the freaking vet and they'll give you something for your dogs for firework. Come on.
Right. I know. So
try this sucker. I got it at the local marijuana store.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm hoping because it'll be so early in the morning. I think our first flight leg, they'll probably be awake the whole time, but then they might fall asleep for the second one.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
That's a big might.
Yeah. But honestly, even if they sleep for like 2 hours, that would be lovely.
Yeah. Just pack all the snacks.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they feel like
it is funny because travel days, I feel like all travel days is just a full day of snacking.
Yeah. Remember when we flew together with the kids back to Ohio? I don't think I have ever had like that many. Like they were coming by with baskets of snacks and they're like, do you want to just take anything you want for the kids? And I was like, this hasn't happened to me.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Maybe they just knew.
I'm like, yeah, these are for the kids.
Yeah, it's definitely. We're definitely not going to eat any of these ourselves.
No. Mm-mm. Like the freaking meat and then the Gouda spread on the crackers. That's my jam. That's my jam. The meat
and the Gouda. Oh, like if you pay extra for the little thing?
Well, yeah, if you get like the snack box. But that time that you and I flew, they had them in the thing for like
free?
us. Yeah.
I do not remember that.
How many of I mean, you know, it wasn't like we're on a vacation trip. Yeah. So
I was probably just like in a daze.
Yeah. But man, in a daze, but we could still throw some food back.
Yeah. well.
You know what's so funny? When people are like, oh my gosh, airplane food is the worst. I'm like, I don't know why, but I get on a plane and I'm like, I got to eat everything they have to offer.
Would you like some peanuts or pretzels? Yes, both, please. Thank you.
Yeah, both. I need them both.
You also have a cookie. Yes, thank you.
I just had Starbucks before we got on the flight, but I'm going to need all the snacks that you have.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I will have approximately 3 Coca-Colas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just
Can
back
you just
to back.
leave the can? Yeah.
Yep.
You don't need to pour me a cup. I want the can and a cup.
Yep.
Thank you. Yep. For sure.
Also,
sure.
Why do they immediately follow up with trash? Like, are people really just like chugging everything that they're given?
I think people bring on a lot of stuff from the airport.
Well, sure, fair.
So I think that's like the first round is like, here, give me some of that.
I just always feel like, because I rarely bring snacks from the airport onto the plane, so I feel like every time I have my little Coke cup, I've had like 3 sips of it and they're coming around and I'm like, I need some time.
You're like, should I be done already?
Right. Am I doing this wrong?
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm very excited to be there. We have our agenda.
I think it's good. Do I think you will stick to it? No. But I think it's a great idea.
I think we will stick to it somewhat. The majority of it, because if we don't, I think my dad might freak out.
But also, to preface this, anytime Nikki and her family have come to visit, it's literally sitting on a couch for like 2 hours trying to decide what they will do. So now I could feel that like you guys are going to know what you're going to do, but you're all going to sit around going, okay, whose car are we taking? Who's going where? Like,
or like for any of our free time.
Yeah.
Any of the free time, it's going to be, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Hey, don't start that again.
Yeah, it's literally just like, I'll be waiting over here going, hey, so what are you doing? Well, we're still sitting and trying to decide.
I usually just tell you, just come over.
Yeah, basically.
Because by the time you get here, we'll be halfway to making a decision.
Yeah. Well, and what's always fun is when I don't like just show up, I'll be waiting and waiting, like, yeah, we're trying to make a decision. And I'm like, okay. And then you're like, hey, so we're almost to the destination. And I'm like, you were just trying to make a decision. How are you almost there? And then I'm like running.
That does happen a lot too, where like we'll be sitting around for hours trying to figure out what we're doing. And then all of a sudden it's like, a decision made. Everybody gets in the car in like 30 seconds and we're on the road.
Yeah.
So at least we're quick in that way.
Yeah. You guys have like good exit strategy. If there's an emergency, you guys could be out fast.
Yeah, exactly. I'm also going to do, actually, I think they were just delivered. I got what's the word I'm looking for?
You got what?
Compressing. I don't know how to say that word, but the packing cubes.
Oh yeah.
But they compress down. So like you put everything in it, you zip it, and then there's another zipper to make it squished. I bought some of those because I'm going to attempt to do a carry-on only. We're only going to be there for a week.
Yeah, but there's 5 of you.
Well, not for all 5. Not for all 5 of us. I'm doing a carry-on for myself and the 2 small ones.
Okay.
We'll see. I bought those things. I'm going to see if I can fit. I'm going to do, just to test it, I'm going to try packing today. And I'm going to pack 7 days and 2 bathing suits worth of clothing for myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do 7 full days. Because usually I only do like 4 outfits. And then I just rewear them. But I'm just for the sake of this test, I'm going to do 7 outfits, 2 bathing suits, probably at least 2 pairs of shoes, and try them in those compression things, and then pack for the boys also, and just see if I can even remotely do it.
Okay.
And if I can, then I'm gonna. If it's not gonna work, then I'll just return those packing cubes, and we'll all get our own suitcase.
Because like, what is the is the thing that, like, does it portable as well? Because you're gonna get there, blow up all your stuff, and then, like, do you have the thing to, like, re-suck it down
No,
to
it's
come
not like a
home?
vacuum thing. It's literally just a zipper. Like, you know, on your suitcase, how it has the expandable
Yeah.
zipper part? It's that,
Uh-huh.
except opposite. Instead of being able to make it bigger,
But,
well,
like,
I guess
I
technically
thought you
you
said
can.
it removes all the air.
No, I didn't say that. I just said
You
it
didn't?
compresses it down.
Oh, I thought it was, like, one of those things where you, like, has the hole, you put the thing in, it sucks out all the air, and it's
Yeah.
like this thing.
No, it's not one of those, but it's just like a
Oh.
canvas type bag.
Not as cool as I was thinking, but fine.
Yeah, but we'll see. I'll keep you posted. We do
Um,
need to figure out which day we're going to record live
live.
because we need to put that on the agenda so everybody knows.
Yeah. Mhm. We're
So,
gonna be in the same room.
in the same room.
I know. Same room.
And I'm assuming
Same freaking time zone.
yeah, that's weird. I see a small person.
I saw Woody with a gun.
Pause.
Woody with a gun.
Pause. Yeah, we'll be able to record live together in the same room.
Yep.
And I think my brothers will both be there as well. I'm going to try to convince my dad to be there also, but he won't because of the camera.
He won't. Let me tell you guys though.
Or he can stand like off camera and we'll just hear his voice.
Nikki's brothers. It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. It'll be comedic.
I guess I'll let my husband join too. He would be very sad if he was left out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I forget he has feelings.
He does. He has so many feelings. The real question is just going to be, is 2 microphones going to be enough?
We shall see. We shall see.
Yep.
We could set it up panel style. Just have like 2 in between like the whole group.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking is like basically 1 microphone on one end of the table and the other on the other end.
We can all be together and have our laptops and just like be like this.
I think the audio would be terrible if we did that.
Probably. But we could have the cut be like Brady Bunch style.
That would be hilarious.
All the faces.
I'm trying to get my brothers to do a podcast with me as well. And they've both agreed and voiced their excitement, but apparently I'm in charge of doing everything. Except for the whole, I live on the East Coast, y'all live on the West Coast. We have to figure out a time that works. But I've been told that it's still up to me. So I'll be...
You're like, listen, I'm sitting here without a job, so we could do it right now.
Right. Exactly. Pause again.
Anyways.
I figured out a new pet peeve of mine.
Ooh.
Do you want to hear about it?
His name's Pet Peeve.
His name is Peeve, and he is my pet.
All right.
No, I realized this when Leah was here.
Uh-oh.
And this is no hate to Leah specifically. It was just something that I kept thinking about because we watched a movie.
Uh-oh.
And I've decided I don't know that I can watch movies with other people anymore. Or specifically, I don't know that I can watch movies with people who don't appreciate movies the way that I do.
Yes, that is a thing.
Because like I sit in front of a movie and I'm in it.
Yep.
I am paying attention to every single detail that's happening. I'm listening to all the little
You're a pauser when people start talking. You're just like,
I literally did that. So not just Leah too, because we watched a movie with Drew recently also.
I wasn't there and I already knew how it was going to be.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to make it known that I'm not just talking about Leah.
No.
But we did it with Drew recently too. And it's like if they ask a question, especially if it's a question that was literally just answered.
Yeah, you were like, were you not watching?
Right. Like they literally just explained that entire thing that you're asking me about. They just explained it. Yep. So then I'll rewind it and like play it again because I'm like,
yeah,
pay attention.
No, this is not just it's everybody. I remember one time I was saying something and you pause it and you're like, the way you looked at me, one, I knew you didn't care about what I was saying at all. You were just like, and then like you go to start playing and then I continued talking and you're like, I'm like, okay. And you're like, are you done now? I'm like, yes.
I do that to Ryan on a daily basis. I'll be like watching my crime shows and it's true crime always. So it's like, I really do need to pay attention because this really happened and I want to know what they said. And Ryan will do that where like, he'll come into the room and start telling me something. And I'm like,
yeah.
Like, hello? Yeah. I don't even care that, like, if you want to have a conversation about something, that's fine. But be like, hey, can you pause it real quick? I want to tell you something.
Yes. Amen.
And then I'll pause it rather than I'm intently watching something and then you're just going to start having a full conversation with me.
Yeah. Or like I'll be listening to an audiobook with my headphones in and like Matt will like come in and just start like talking about something that we've already talked about. Like he already is like in the middle of the conversation.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what? And then he's like, oh, and like gets all mad. And I'm like,
yeah, I have headphones in.
I couldn't hear you, first of all. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then on the other hand, like I don't ever want to repeat myself. Like, I feel like I do that enough with children that, like, if I'm talking and then Matt goes, what? I'm like, nope, I already said it. And he's like, well, what did you say? I didn't hear you. No. Nope. Yeah. Conversation's over. I have no patience.
I think that's my number one pet peeve is repeating myself, which is why parenting is so difficult.
Yes. Yes. And I feel bad sometimes because like it really would be like not his fault. Like he just did not hear what I was saying.
Yeah.
But like I can't. Or like if I'm talking and he's like kind of listening, but he's doing this. And I'm like, I'm not going to say this again, so I'm not talking. I'll just like stop talking.
I do that
like,
too.
I'll be like saying something and then I'll see that he's on his phone and I'm just like.
Sometimes I'll straight up walk out of the room.
Oh, yeah, me too. And he'd be
because
like, well,
I'm like, I bet he probably doesn't even realize that I'm still talking, so I'm just going to leave.
Well, and so then like he'll be like, what were you saying? Like, why'd you stop? And I was like, because you were looking at me in my eyes. Like half the time. And he gets mad because he's like, I'm not a child, but I'll be like, when I'm talking to you, I want you to be looking at me. And he was like, I'm not a kid. I'm like, but you won't process it.
Right.
Like you don't even, I love you, my dear. Love you. You don't even process when I put something on the calendar on the fridge. Repeat that to the calendar on our phone where I send it to your calendar so that it's in 3 different places. And then you're like, hey, what are we doing tomorrow? And I'm like,
yep. Did I send you that TikTok of it was like this woman saying that like my husband couldn't even cheat on me because I'd have to schedule it for him?
Yes. 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 Yes.
I thought that was so funny.
And he would forget.
Right.
He'd forget and be like, hey, I remembered I was going to go cheat on you. What day was that? Was that like, is that today or tomorrow?
Right.
What time was it?
Yep. So funny.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, it's like other things too. Like, I don't mind scheduling his doctor's appointments and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. It's fine. Whatever. But like, when they come up to you and they go, hey, I'm going to need to go to the dentist soon. I'm like, good. Google their number and set up a time.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise I'll be like, hey, in my own head, I'll be like, he hasn't gone to the dentist in a while. I'll maybe schedule him something. But if you're going to come up to me like, hey, can you, like, I need to go to the dentist. I am not your mommy.
Right.
You call your dentist.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yep. Husbands are great. We love our husbands.
Love them.
Wouldn't trade them for the world.
It's just the little things.
Yeah.
That
marriage
really
is fun.
tell you. The little things that really tell you that you're married.
I think it's so funny too because like there are so many like stereotypes about marriage, But they're true.
They're so true. But, like, I'm not perfect. I'm a
No.
hurricane. I am a hurricane. Like, and
She
I
move her
try
body like
really
a
hard. Yeah,
cyclone.
like, for the most part, I keep most things picked up. But when it comes to the laundry, I ain't about it. Matt Rife knows. Not about it. There is laundry everywhere.
Mhm.
And just the laundry being everywhere, that really makes things look like chaos. Also, he says that I will open things and like the kids are like, "Hey, I want a cheese stick." I'll open it, hand him the cheese stick. And he's like, "And then you just leave the wrapper on the counter." He's like, "Throw it away." I'm like, "That's just an extra step I don't have."
Right. Yeah.
Which I think I've gotten better about that at least. Or, I know he's about to be home, so I just grab a Target grocery bag or something or whatever grocery bag and just start throwing all the trash in it around the house and then throw it away.
That's very funny.
And here's a stereotype for women. Here's two where they always show women emptying a big box and then we just throw it out into the garage.
Oh, every day.
Every day. And he's
Every
like, "Will you
day.
stop doing this?" And I'm like, "No, it's built into the DNA of women to take this box and throw it out. The trash can for it is in the garage, but I'm not going to take it to that trash can. I am going to leave it on the doorstep."
Mine is outside, right next to the garage, but I'd have to go outside to put the things away, and I don't do that.
No.
And Ryan
Also, the other thing too, I will fill that inside garbage can until it is just I am not taking it out.
I do the same thing with a full I actually have a bag of garbage I just put out there this morning. So I put boxes right outside of the garage door. I just throw them out there. And then full trash bags as well.
Oh,
if I'm the one that has to take that trash bag out, if I'm the one that has to take the trash bag out of the bin because it's too full for me to shove any other items in, then I'm not taking it outside to the
No,
big
you're gonna
dumpster.
put it on the doorstep.
I'm going to put it right there.
Yeah.
So that when you get home from work, you can go take it outside.
Welcome to the trash.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome home. Take the trash out.
Here are all the things that I cleaned or organized or threw away.
It's basically, you cannot step into this house until you take care of the garbage.
Yeah, don't you dare.
We basically block their path into the house.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep. And there's some things that I'll do that make him upset. Rightfully so. But I tell him, this is me. I'm not going to stop.
We've been married for 184 years. I think we're used to it by now. And I know
there's things that he does that he's not going to stop. But I think that I could never start over with anybody else because I have trained him in many ways that I don't want to do that with anybody else again.
Also, just the thought of dating in today's world.
No.
I would just literally, if anything ever happened to Ryan and he was no longer in my life, I would just be single until I die.
Sure.
I'm not trying to date. I'm not trying to be on any apps.
Knowing us, though, we'd have just someone perfect plopped on our lap and we'd be like, fine. But
I thought you were going to say, knowing us, we would end up together.
No. Well, knowing us, if we both were like that, I would like to just move in with you, please.
Right. We'll just be sisters and
sister wives.
Yeah. It's fine.
We could, in this day and age, we could get married for the taxes, at least.
We could.
What is that, Chuck and Larry? Right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember why they had to do that. It was for something, but yeah, no, I'm not about it. Nothing can happen to my husband because then I will be alone forever. I don't want to deal with it. Also, I have known a few people that are our age that are still in the dating world, and the ghosting, that is silly. Especially, I mean, I don't know. I'm not on the other end. I know just from a girl's perspective how many guys ghost. But I'm sure it's both sides.
Yeah.
It's like, I just don't understand how you can't even, I mean, you're behind a screen. You can still just be like, hey, I don't see this going anywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not feeling it. Have a
yeah,
nice
like
life.
you can go onto freaking Facebook and comment on someone's stuff and totally trash them, but you can't tell somebody that, like, sorry, I don't think this is working out.
Right. I feel like I wouldn't even get on the apps. Like, I would either just reserve that I'm going to be single for forever.
Yeah.
And or if I happen to meet somebody while I'm out and about, or if like
Listen, Linda,
friends set us up or
you
something.
you be that person that freaking got your coffees mixed up at Starbucks and that's that. Like,
wait, you're saying that would happen to me?
yes, you met your husband on vacation. You literally had a meet cute, like, in a book.
I don't think
You're on vacation in a state you've never been, and you meet your future spouse in a bar randomly.
Okay, fair, but like that's a once in a lifetime thing, right? So it
I
probably
mean, it
wouldn't
could
happen
be,
for me
or you
again.
could be that bitch.
I am that bitch. No. That would be very funny though if that happened again. You'd be so mad.
So mad. So mad because my situation was like, I mean, okay, so like you're my best friend's cousin's brother-in-law. Okay. There's nobody else around. No, I'm just kidding.
There's nobody else. Whatever.
No, Matt and I were very just like right off the bat. We're that couple that aren't the opposites of attract. Like, we're the same on like
A lot.
everything. Like, our temperaments are even the same. Like, I mean, obviously I bring in that crazy factor.
Yeah.
But no, like, there isn't really much that we don't agree on anything. Like, and all the way down to just like, it's not like he brings this and I like, we bring the same stuff and it works.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't make it boring. It just makes things real nice and comfy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, and we're both really stubborn, but we end up being stubborn about the same things. And we're like, oh, we're basically arguing and we're actually saying the same thing. Cool.
Ryan and I do that too.
Yeah.
It's
like,
just because like men and women speak so differently.
Yeah.
So like we're saying the same thing, but in different ways. So it takes a lot. It takes an argument to figure out you're on the same page.
Oh shoot, we're on the same team.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Oh,
yeah, basically.
Okay.
You know, and it's funny because like somebody told me once, like, I know there are couples that argue and they bicker and all of that kind of stuff. And it's not like that's not healthy. You're talking. You know, like, not talking isn't healthy.
Right.
And so like people will say it's not healthy that Matt and I don't fight. And I'm like, we don't fight, which is fine. It's not like we're not talking about things though.
Or like having disagreements.
Yeah. You know, but they're like, you guys don't fight? I'm like, no. They're like, that's not healthy.
They're just assuming that you're saying that you never have any disagreements. You agree about everything always.
Or that we're not talking about things.
Yeah.
Like, and we're just very like, hey, like, this has been kind of bothering me. And then we talk about it and then it's done. I mean, it's not like we haven't had fights. Like, but I literally, in being together for almost 13 years, can say we've had like maybe 4 real good fights. And even then, like, I'll start getting mad at him because like he is the, you know, we're not going to bed angry. Or not even that. We have gone to bed angry, but there is no not sleeping in the same bed if you're mad.
Oh.
And so like, but I've tried, and like, I'll be mad at him and he literally will throw me over his shoulder and drag me upstairs. And he's like, I don't care if you're pissed at me, you're sleeping next to me. Like, and I'm like, I don't like you. But I'm like, fine.
Yeah. That's good.
No,
Brian and I have never done that either.
Yeah. I think I'm just all talk. Like, I think I'd be like, fine, I'm gonna go sleep on the stairs and see if he notices. And then
But if he were to let you, you'd be like, that asshole.
yeah, basically. Yeah.
Even
Or
though
I
you're
would
the one that did it.
I'd last for like 10 minutes and then go up there and be like, I'm only sleeping in here because the couch hurts my back.
Yeah. It's my bed.
Yeah. No.
The whole going to sleep angry thing, though, I don't agree with.
Yeah. I've gone to
Because
sleep angry
most of the
plenty of times.
time, I know I am being ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that if I just sleep it off, I'll be fine tomorrow.
Okay, this is awful, but like, have you ever just started a fight just to start a fight?
Just to feel something. I don't think I've ever done that like consciously. Like where
I
I'm like,
have,
I just want to for funsies.
but like, I'm not fully serious about it, but I'm enjoying riling them.
Yeah. Poking the bear.
Yeah. And then at the end, I'll be like, I was just joking. And he's just like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that
No,
was fun. That
but
was fun.
I love that. Thank you. Let's do that again.
Yeah.
No, but Ryan and I definitely argue often,
What?
but not about anything serious. Like our
No.
arguments are so dumb.
They are.
And so I
I
think I get my
have
fill.
watched
I'm like,
this
"Meh."
firsthand.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, they're arguing. And then I'm just like,
Mhm.
this is funny.
Mhm.
And then,
And like
yeah.
50% of the time we're arguing the same point.
Yeah. It's
So,
funny.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
just one of those.
Yeah. You guys do bicker a lot, but it's like nothing ever like that serious.
Yeah. And it's like my tone a lot of the times because we talked about this with Leah of like me just
Yeah.
if you ask me a yes or no question, I'm going to give you yes, period, or no,
Yeah.
period. I don't add like fluff words if I don't need to.
Yeah.
And sometimes, especially in the beginning, it would come off to him like I was mad or like upset about something. And it took me a long time to teach him I am not like most females. Where
Yeah.
like if I tell you that I am okay, I am okay.
Yeah.
If I have a problem, I'm gonna tell you
Oh,
exactly.
Matt is persistent. That like if I say the words I'm fine, he's like, "Oh, no you're not." And I'm like, "I am fine." And then it becomes not fine
Yeah.
because I'm fine, but now you're pissing me off because I'm telling you I'm fine and you're like trying to like tell me that I'm not. And I'm
It's
like,
the same
I'm really saying I'm fine.
it's the same when people are like, "Are you mad?" And you're like, "No, why?" And they're like, "Well, you seem really mad." I'm like, "Well, I'm not." And then, "Well, that's weird because you have a lot of attitude. It seems like you're mad." Like, "Well, now I am,
Yeah, cool.
Karen.
Now I'm mad. Now I'm mad.
Now I
I
am."
wasn't, but now you've made it so.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
always fun. Mocking.
That's exactly where I was going with in my head.
Yeah, in your head. In your head.
Oh my gosh, one other thing. Sorry, I just saw this off to the side
Uh-huh.
and we have to talk about this for a second. We're basically at time, but I'm going to go a little bit longer.
Oh.
Did you have you
We have some kid interrupting cutsies. I think we're good.
Yeah, exactly. Have you heard about people Okay, wait, let me back up. Let me ask
Uh-oh.
you when
Uh-oh.
you are like thinking, is there a voice associated with your thinking? Like if you're reading a book,
I gotta
for
think about that.
example, if you're
Okay.
reading a book, are you reading it and in your
In a
mind,
voice.
it's like there's a voice to it. There's like actually you're like
So,
envisioning a person and they have a voice.
okay, here is the funsies in my brain. I cannot picture what people look like at all.
Okay.
So, like, I have to look up fan art. They can describe someone to a T, like, this person has red hair, they have green eyes, they have a scar on their face. Cannot see it, but I hear voices, right?
Yeah.
So when I tried to switch to audiobook, I'm like, that is not the voice in my head. This is dumb. I can't do this kind of thing. But I don't know if I think of voice.
Because okay, so this is something that's mind blowing to me. that I've heard before, and then I had forgotten about it. And then recently I saw like a video of people talking about this, about like your internal dialogue or internal voice. And I did not know that there are people in the world that don't have that.
Okay.
And so now I'm like, well, who do I know that doesn't have a brain like mine? Because like I for sure can play out like an entire conversation in my brain.
Oh, like
And I'm
sometimes I
like,
feel like I could write a book because of like how much like I talk. But
in
like
here.
I don't feel like it like plays out in my head like a movie almost. It's really weird.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think that's what I'm kind of thinking of. So like
Okay.
there are people who like when they read a book, they're literally
Mhm.
just reading the words.
Yeah.
And it's hard to even explain because like duh, everybody is just reading the words. But no, because when I'm reading a book or an article or whatever, I'm reading it aloud in my
Uh-huh.
head.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and that's funny too. So in books, when they start like describing settings, I skip it because I can't picture it.
That's
But
fun.
if it's dialogue and talking, I could hear a voice, but I can't like I cannot. It's so freaking weird. I have to think so hard. So literally if I'm reading a book, I am Googling like what these people might look like so that I can have the picture as I'm reading because I cannot see them.
That's so wild.
I cannot see them. Also, I never remember dreams. Ever. Do
Dreams?
not yeah. And it's only okay, this is super weird. I remember dreams when your mom is involved. And I feel like that's kind of like a comforting thing in a way.
Yeah.
Like I'll just like remember her. I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's sweet.
But otherwise, I remember bad dreams, but as a big person.
Yeah.
But I don't remember regular, like happy dreams. So
Yeah, I don't
remember
think I really remember dreams either. Unless they're
yeah.
like intense. And even now that I'm thinking about it, I can't think of. Actually, I had a dream like 2 nights ago. That's funny that we're now talking about this and I'm remembering. But I had a dream like 2 nights ago where I don't remember what was happening,
Mhm.
but for some reason I had to keep weighing myself, and I was like magically losing like 50 pounds each
Gosh,
day
can that be
or
real?
something. And I was like, oh, I'm down to like 150 or something like that. And I was like, cool, better keep going. Which, first of all, relax.
Magic.
But yeah, I was like, I don't remember like why I was feeling like I needed to weigh, because it was like there was a reason. There was
Yeah.
something happening that I had to keep like weighing in.
Did you eat a tapeworm?
No, but would I? Maybe. But yeah, that was like such a weird dream. But normally I
That just
don't remember
reminded me
my
of The
dreams.
Office. This tapeworm is eating my insides.
Kelly Kapoor.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I also like Matt will wake me up because I'll be like crying in my sleep sometimes, and like he'll wake me up and he'll be like, "What were you dreaming about?" I was like, "I don't know," but like I'll have tears
Oh, you
running
can't even
down my
remember
face.
right away?
No, but I'll
Oh.
have tears literally dripping down my face, and he was like, "What was wrong? What happened?" And I was like, I don't know. But the ones that I do like remember, I think I don't remember if I'm like woken up from it,
Yeah.
but like the ones that I do remember usually has to do with like something bad happening to the kids. I don't
Yeah.
like those. Those are bad dreams.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah.
I'm an intrusive thoughts person.
Oh my gosh. Do you ever just like
Hardcore.
drive down the road and then you're like, what if I just swerved into oncoming traffic?
Yeah.
Like, not because I want to die, but like, what
You
would
should
happen?
hear me. Anytime I cross railroad tracks, I think I'm cheating death.
No train in sight.
I do not believe in the things that come down. Like, I don't believe in them.
What do you
Not
mean
at
you
all.
don't believe in them?
I don't trust them. I will almost completely come to a stop at a train track, look both ways, see no train, but still proceed to scream as I cross it. Like there's going to be an invisible train that literally fully invisible. Like it was like a stealth train that I did not see and they hit my car. Like cannot handle it. And the thing is, there is like 4 different ways to get to my house, right? 3 of the 4 have train tracks. 3. Yeah. I'm just like, as I drive over them. And the kids are like, oh, train track. But like, yeah, just stupid stuff like that. Have you ever sneezed in the car and you're like, I could have just died?
Yes.
No? Okay.
Every single time.
The way you look at me, I was like, I'm like that person's like, it's coming. Should I try to sneeze with my eyes open? Will my eyes fall out? Like, what's happening?
Like, you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, and one time I'm at a stoplight and the sneeze hit me so hard and so fast that I hit my head on the steering wheel and honked. And the person next to me goes, I was like, I sneezed and I'm concussed.
Do you ever wish, I wish this all the time. I wish that there was a way to communicate to the people behind you.
Yes.
Like having like a rolling, like light text thingy.
Like if you
know what I'm talking about?
There was a time that I accidentally cut somebody off and they were pissed, right?
Right.
And I followed them so that I could at some point drive next to them and go,
oh my gosh.
They were like,
that's extreme.
They were like,
please don't murder me.
But I wish that like I had like a thing on the top of my car where I could be like, I'm sorry, that was an accident.
Right. Like, or if they're behind you, they can just read it. Like you're typing, you're like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. And then they see, I'm so sorry.
The amount of road rage in this world, that would get bad and dangerous. I feel like being able to communicate with other cars on the road. Because
if you're disrespectful.
Let me tell you, I have so much road rage. I don't act on it. One day I might snap.
You'll see her on an episode of Snapped.
Yeah, but like my road rage owns no bounds. I see red.
No bounds?
Whatever. Has no bounds. I see red. I feel like I could possibly be a murderer. Like it's bad. So if I had something that could talk to these people, because the stream of evil things that go through my brain when I'm driving is awful.
I don't have that. I mean, like I get annoyed with people because people suck, but I don't ever get like angry, and I almost never use my horn.
This girl took my parking spot, and when she got out of the car, she goes like that. I was white knuckling my steering wheel so hard. I wasn't going to run her over, but I wanted to drive up on top of her car.
But I wanted to.
I wanted to crush her car, and I didn't care.
There have been times where I wish that my car could just be like a bumper car.
Yeah.
For when other people are being a-holes, I could just like bump them and get them out of my way.
Yeah.
Or a parking spot, you can just like push them out of the way.
Yeah. I really watch myself. Like, I don't let the things that are in my head come out because obviously there's little ones in my vehicle watching everything I do. But it does crack me up when, like, the first time Liam, he was like 3 years old, and this car was being so slow, and like I was like, oh gosh, like I was trying to keep it in, and Liam goes, come on! And all, come on! And I go, what are you doing? He goes, why are they driving like that? And I'm like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I think I heard Grady recently. What did he say? Oh, he goes, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh, he does that like, too.
Whoop. I say that a lot.
I say that so much. I'd be like, are you kidding me right now?
Uh-huh.
Why is it whenever I like redo like my like yelling at people phrases, I sound like Adam Sandler. Every time. I was like,
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Because he's like the ultimate yeller.
Yeah.
Like the way he yells at people is just like perfect.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Every time.
Information that would have been useful yesterday.
Yep. Today, Junior.
Yes. He's the perfect yeller. Why is there not a better word than yeller?
His exclamations are perfect.
Yes.
Anywho, well,
Anywho,
we chatted
we
up
did
today.
The damn thing. Yeah, we
did it. Sure did. Didn't think I was going to have much in me because I had a little too much dranky drank last night.
A little dranky drank.
A little dranky drank. And then ate Taco Bell at midnight.
That's the way to do it.
It is.
That's the way to do it.
Heartburn was real, but I got home. I ate some Pepto-Bismol, and yeah, I went to bed.
Should have got Jack in the Box.
No, I knew that was gonna. See, at least just the bean burrito I got from Taco Bell like didn't affect me.
Destroy you.
Yeah. Burn your own ring if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Awesome. So much, but yeah.
Well, thanks everybody for listening. What?
You're awesome. So thanks everybody.
Awesome. Shut up. Stop talking.
Yes. So literally, when you go back and watch, please.
I wasn't trying to cut you off.
Awesome.
I just hate when we do that thing where we're both like, cool. And then you're like, yeah. And then I'm like, uh-huh. And it's like this really awkward 15 seconds where we both don't know what we're saying.
But it literally was like your story's done. Okay, so we're going to go.
It was. Do you have more to say? Do you want to say some more, Hannah?
I don't have anything else.
Are you sure?
To say because you've made it awkward now for me. So I don't feel like this is a safe place anymore.
What a baby.
Seriously.
Get over it.
Well, next time we see y'all, we're going to be in the same room. So exciting. Yeah.
Oh,
if
man.
I hug you a lot, I apologize, but it's going to happen.
We'll just be like holding each other the whole time. Just like.
Yeah. I love this new leaf that you've led because before I'd hug you and you'd just be like, oh, he's hugging me.
I honestly, something happened to me. I think my mother, when she decided to go up and be with Jesus, she decided to leave me all of her
hug needs.
Yeah, all her mom stuff.
But your mom was the best hugger.
I know. But I really do. I think she left me all of her emotions. But she really wasn't a touchy-feely person. But she did.
No, but she gave good hugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do think that happened. She just like, as she was on her way up, she was like, here, daughter, please take all of my stuff.
But I feel like that was also her middle finger to you because of your laugh.
Yes. She's like, listen, I tried my whole life to get you to be more like me. And if you're not going to do it on your own, I'm going to make you.
I'm going to dump it on you as I leave this earth.
Yes, I believe she did that. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah. She's probably laughing at me right now.
Oh, for sure. She's like, oh, cool. All right. Anyways, well, I'm excited to see you soon.
Me too. It'll be fun. For everybody listening, don't forget to like and comment. Subscribe if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, or any other streaming option. Don't forget to rate us. Give us 5 stars.
Please 5.
Please 5. And share our podcasts, share our YouTube. Comment on our Instagram and see us on TikTok and all of the things.
Wow, sounds so official.
We will eventually start uploading every Friday. We just really failed this last week because we got sick again. So,
yay!
My bad.
Just wait until September hits and kids are back in school.
Just you wait, Henry Higgins. Just you wait.
I think that just for the sake of real life, as long as we're not puking our brains out, we should just do it even when we're sick.
We should. We just need to be better about it.
I'm still baffled that we actually have like shown up looking halfway decent.
Regularly.
Baffled.
Regularly. Yeah.
Because on the regular, we look like cave trolls.
Absolute dumpster fires.
Yes. Cave trolls in a fire.
Yeah.
Yep. But alrighty.
Okay.
I'll see you soon. Bye. Oh, that doesn't work.